Hello again, Greg Harrelson here, coming at you from Contact Junkie, and just want to continue the series of videos on helping you increase your ROI. And no matter if you join the Junkie Nation or not, I just hope that you'll find some value in these videos that you can take to your business and increase your own profitability. And that's my intention. And that's it, in its entirety. Today, I want to talk about how to increase your attempts to contact ratio on your internet leads. Now, I talk about internet leads because so many leads are generated via the internet these days, but it really doesn't matter whether it's an internet lead or any other type of lead. These are ways that you can increase your attempts to contacts. Now, again, I want to continue to shed light on the problem here. The problem that I've identified in the real estate industry is not how many contacts people are making. It's how many attempts people are making to get a contact. Remember, if we get 100 leads, we only talk to 40, maybe 50 of them. There's still 50 that we've paid for, but we've never talked to. So when you're looking at an ROI or profitability, we've got the expense of 100 leads, but only the income opportunity of 40 to 50 leads. What if the expense of the 100 leads remained constant? It was fixed. It did not increase, but the opportunity for the income increased dramatically because we contacted and talked to more of those 100. See, that's where we can increase our bottom line because the cost is already there. All we're doing now is figuring out what's the strategy to get more profit out of what we've purchased. So let's talk about attempts to contact ratio. 3 things you can do to solve that problem or to improve the contacts is, of course, by making more attempts. But number 1 here is schedule dedicated time to make more attempts. My suggestion would be something like this. The first time a lead comes in, you call immediately or call within a few minutes. But of course, we want it to be responded immediately to. Of course, and if you don't get them on the phone at that point, yeah, sure, leave a message, but immediately text them. And then immediately call them back. In other words, like call, text, call, or call, text. Do that immediately within the first couple of minutes. That right there that's an increase in your attempts, which will also increase the number of contacts that you make, the number of people that will respond or engage with you. And that's what we're trying to accomplish. But then make sure you've scheduled in your day 2 to 3 more times to attempt to contact them, to reach them. So what it may look like is you may make 5 attempts, 6, even 7 attempts your first day that the lead comes in. It's just critical that you schedule that time. Like, when are you going to do that? Are you going to make lead attempts or contact attempts at 8 in the morning, at 10 in the morning, at 2 in the afternoon, at 6 in the evening? You can schedule that out and do all of it within that time frame. If you'll do that, you'll see that the number of contacts you're making from these leads that are non-responsive is going to go up, which is going to shoot your profitability, your ROI up also. So the key is, number 1 is scheduling dedicated time to make these attempts. That's how you would do this, of course, if you're doing it manually. The second thing that you would do, and let me say, you need to do that for about 4 or 5 days straight. So don't let these people off the hook. Remember, they reached out to you. You called them, they didn't respond. Maybe they were busy at that moment, okay? It doesn't mean that they're a bad lead. They reached out to you. You attempted to reach them. They didn't respond. You didn't get them on the phone. For the next 5 days, I want you to aggressively attempt to reach them. So schedule 4 or 5 attempts for 5 or 6 straight days, and I guarantee you, you're going to get more people on the phone and you're going to do more deals. Okay. The second thing is you can hire staff to do what I just shared. So it would be the same format, the same strategy, but you can hire staff. You can hire an ISA to do that. That's what a lot of people are doing. They're hiring an ISA to field those calls and get those internet leads and respond in real time. Then they're using that ISA and said, hey, for everyone that didn't respond, go ahead and call them back in 30 minutes, text them in 45 minutes, email them in an hour and a half, then go ahead and call them again 3 hours later, and then do this. So they are setting up some sort of strategy. And I say some sort of strategy because, every ISA is probably directed to do things slightly different, but it's a different variation of the same. The key is using somebody, paying a staff member to go ahead and make numerous attempts on each lead that you generate, and do that for a number of days, preferably 5 or 7 days straight. This will get them on the phone and again, help you engage with more people, which is going to improve your ROI because the expense for the leads don't go up. Now, in this particular case, you got to factor in the expense of having staff. If you're going ahead and having staff, to do this for you, that you're going to have to pay that staff. So your expenses will go up. And what you've got to monitor is make sure that your opportunities that you're seizing is increasing at a faster pace, that you're bringing in more income than you have going out for expenses. And it's something that you have to monitor. So it's a great option. Many people are having success with this. There's coaching programs around this. So I think it's a viable option. It's not an option that we utilized within our company because we didn't want that expense to just keep growing and growing and growing. And that's why we created Contact Junkie and we automated this process. Again, as I said previously, there are other companies out there that have some sort of automation of similar to Contact Junkie. But the key is when we built this, we also factored in the content and we thought through the content, the frequency of the content, the messaging, what gets people to respond, what emails, texts, voicemails don't get people to respond. So we were beta testing this on my own company until we got good results. Now we're seeing that my agents, the agents that are using this in my office, they couldn't imagine doing business without it because it's helping them be more efficient. They've expanded their bandwidth and are able to make more attempts, therefore more contacts, with not having to add on staffing. So they are seeing more profitability. And then, of course, as a company owner slash a team builder, where I'm experiencing more profits also. So the third thing, of course, is by using automation to do this. So you can do this by doing it yourself, scheduling time, or you can do this by going ahead and hiring an ISA, or you can just turn it over to technology and let technology do it and produce the results. So I hope that helps. The key is that you've got to hear the message. Make more attempts to reach the people that you haven't reached. Stop making it up in your mind. Stop telling the story that these people are non-responsive, that they're non-active, that they're dead leads. They're only dead leads to you. They're only not responding to you. They're only not active on your website, but they're probably active on someone else's. They're probably responding to someone who responded to them first, and they're probably dead to you because they're alive for somebody else. So there are no dead leads. There are no non-responsive or non-active leads. There's just people that we haven't contacted yet. Use Contact Junkie to increase your frequency of attempts and watch the contacts go up, therefore your ROI increase. I'll talk to you soon.